Well, hello there, chat. What a lovely way to start a stream. How you doing today? Are you having a good time? Clap. Are you having a fun time? Because hopefully, we're going to have a good fun time today. Is that the Hardleg Joe? The one and only, as far as I know. If there are more Joes, they're unofficial. Yeah, it's the PNG. We're doing the hangout. I'm gonna be on stream for like longer than normal and interacting with people. It takes a lot of mental energy and I don't want to get all dressed up for it. So this is how we do during the hangout. Greetings from Germany. Oh, fuck. I used to know a few words in German. I think the word for hello is hallo. Hallo. Oh, guten Tag. Guten Morgen? No, it is not the morning. Hanging in is not allowed. We must only hang out. But yeah, if you don't know, every month there is a hangout for all the people who donate on the Patreon. We do fun activities. We got to vote earlier today about what they'd like to start with. We'll be doing some Jackbox later. But I was like, to begin with, the thing is, like, right at the beginning of the hangout, there's often not that many people. It takes a while for people to remember the hangout is today and filter in or whatever. So we usually start with something understated that doesn't take necessarily a whole bunch of people. Halloween. Yeah, so we're going to be starting with this. I have recorded the intro for the Art Mage episode, and I figured I'd show some working on that because even though I don't edit the full episodes, I do still make the intros. Good night. It's 2 in the afternoon here. No spreche de Deutsch. I'm the opposite, because I'm at work doing nothing. My American accent much better, I see. Joe, I talked to Mitch McConnell for 20 minutes by phone today, and he said to ban Max C. How delightful. Glad to know Mitch is absolutely still alive and doing well. And not just a puppet. Okay, so, first things first. If you don't know, I record the video and the audio separately. Although this one still has audio on it, so we'll mute that. This allows me to work with the audio in a separate separate thing, add some filters to it that I wouldn't have in the video editor. As a result, though, I do need to sync the two things up. The lawn people, yeah, I thought maybe they were getting done. But you get a nice background ASMR. Haven't you always wanted loud machinery in the background of speaking? Starting the audio recording. Let's give a whole... Yeah, and I usually do claps because those are... You can see them on the waveform down here, and it's really easy to match up the first clap. It's normal for streams, but not your editing. I often edit while big noises are happening in the background. You just don't see it. Yeah, and one tip is that, what was it? I forget, I think I was watching something where they were talking about how they record baseball, and they were like, when something moves really fast, because light travels faster than sound, you will see it right before you hear it. So when you want to sync things and you want to make it look perfect, you want to be like visually, the hands come together, and then you hear the clap. It's like only a second later, but that's how you like time it perfectly. Starting the audio recording. Let's give a whole tap, tap, tap. All right. So we've got this, and then there's a whole bunch of me getting ready. Go ahead. Just gonna cut this out. I will boost the audio significantly. Is this a YouTube only stream? Yeah, when I do the Patreon hangouts, I like to do it on YouTube. One, just to make sure that like I still get some YouTube streams in here or there. But I think more importantly, a lot like, you know, I have 75,000 people on the subscribe to the channel, but only about 100 of them make it out to the Twitch streams on a regular basis. So a lot of people don't see the streams if I do them on Twitch. More people come to YouTube. I just make less money on it. And also I like to diversify things. But when it comes to the Hangout, I can reach a bigger audience here and let them know, hey, there's a Hangout. Perhaps consider joining the Patreon if you would like to participate. And yeah, then I've done several takes. A couple I started with like this notepad, and then later on I changed my mind. But let's real quick go through all the intro takes, because I record the intro and the outro at the same time. Go to a close. Relaxing time. Relaxing time. Editing tutorial. A little bit. Wish I could stay, but I promised to watch Stargate with a friend, so I'll take my leave. Have a good one, Dexter. And with that, ladies and non-ladies, we bring this episode to a close. Okay. So we can separate out. Everything to the left is the intros. Everything to the right is different. Let's go ahead and save this. Oddly enough, all the little extra windows, like the save window that's popping up, doesn't get picked up on the capture for whatever reason. So you can't see it, but I am saving in one of my many folders. ArtMage, intro, outro. Write that down, write that down. What is this editing program? It's called Filmora. It's a newer one. It was brand new when I first started my channel. I had almost no money. And Filmora was doing a thing, like, if you don't know, the big options are like Sony Vegas, which costs like $500 because it's an industrial program, or what's it called? Adobe Premiere, which you can get for a nice clean, I think $40 a month, but it's a perpetual license. And when I was living paycheck to paycheck and making zero money on the YouTube channel, paying $40 a month was an expense I could not bear. So I got this because they're like, yeah, you can buy it for $40 and we'll give you a perpetual license. So you just own it. Imagine buying a program and owning it. How crazy. Okay, so I'm going to move this up a little bit. Everything works in layers. Editing is like an onion. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we need the... It's one of the unfortunate thing, or the fortunate thing about this program is that they keep adding updates to it. It was much more stripped down when I bought it. It was very, very simple. And they just keep adding more stuff to the point that it's very professional. But because they keep updating it, they have fallen into the trend of every other company of trying to like shoehorn AI into it. And one of the funniest things is that they have this what's called matting, which allows you to do chroma key, also known as green screen. And they have had this option for years now. You know, I've been using it the entire time I've been doing ladder climb. But they added AI to the start of it because it does use like an algorithm, but it's like not generative AI. It's the AI you had before that. You bought a thing and owned it? That's not how anything works anymore. Yeah. So in case you're like, Joe uses AI in editing, no, I use a chroma key, and they've labeled it AI to try to convince people that the program has fancy things into it. Yeah, they just put it on here as a buzzword. I've also noticed you could see down in the bottom corner, there's a tiny bit of my table that made it through. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a mask. How a mask works is you can basically select a part of the frame and make only that visible, and vice versa. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make... there it is. Make a tiny little thing right down here. Okay, you can see that. Just enough to cover up this little wedge here. And then now that we know it, we're going to invert the mask. So it's only hiding that part. And that'll just apply it to all the footage. So now I need a background. Fortunately, last night I was doing this. 1 second, I've minimized the program and it looks weird. There we go. 1 second. How did you add the picture that glows up whenever you talk? Oh, it's called a Fugi. F-U-G-I. It's actually a free online thing. It doesn't take a program or anything. I was playing Magic with your friend yesterday. It was alright. It was a bit overwhelming. The other two guys were like... There's one guy in particular who had been playing, like, for more than a decade. And he was just used to playing with, like, much more experienced players. And so, like, I constantly had to be like, whoa, what are you doing? What's that card? And it made me feel, like I was a noob. And, like, he was never rude or anything. But I also couldn't tell if he was, like, being annoyed because he wasn't, like, trying to be overly friendly. He's just like, oh yeah, this is this, this, and this. I got the new player experience. But despite that, and despite him having really good decks, I did win a few. Yeah, people have... The thing was, too, if you don't know, Commander is a very, like, politics-heavy game. And I don't mean we talk about politics. It's a 4-person game. And so there's a lot of like, okay, I have to attack someone. Who am I going to attack? Let's work this through. And so, you know, if it's a one-on-one Yu-Gi-Oh game, especially if you're with someone newer, it's a lot easier to be like, oh, you should do this and give like advice. And I couldn't tell if when he was giving advice and when he was trying to... I'd be like, okay, well, I think, like, you're the clear threat, so I'm going to attack you. And he's like, actually, that might not be the most optimal move. And so I wasn't sure if he was just trying to stop me from attacking him or giving me legit advice. So as a result, I'm like, I'm not sure how much I actually learned from this event. I did learn a couple things, though. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, while yesterday, I went through the trouble of making this. I'm curious if anyone recognizes this image. If I can get it to stretch. Dun 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 dun. The answer typically shows up once you play against the deck a few times. Yeah. Well, he had also he used to be a competitive commander player. Is that Bob Ross's canvas? It is. And so he had the thing, and it's funny because I could see a reflection of like how I react with Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Where I'd be like, ooh, this deck is pretty spooky. He's like, this deck is not good. This deck is not good in the slightest. Anyway, I can kill you on turn 5. And it's like, that's very good in the context of casual Magic. We are not playing competitively. Yeah, like he had some good, like not all his decks were like super high tier or whatever. Too bad AI can't edit yet. It's probably for the best. I mean, they have a feature in here to like AI edit your video, and I've just never tried it. I assume it wouldn't work very good. But yeah, since we're doing this for the Archmage ladder climb, I've decided to do a parody of like Bob Ross. Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe. I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If it's your first time here, I'll be trying to climb Master Duel's competitive ladder using a deck chosen by my patrons. On today's episode, I'll be trying my hand at Archmage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to join along at home, you can pull out your own copy of Master Duel and play along with me. Just make sure to grab a snack, lean back, and have a nice, relaxing time. Yeah, and my original thing was like, I need to be artsy, so I grabbed like my drawing pad that had some like Legend of Lefty concept art on it. But then I realized I would probably be putting the Bob Ross background. I hope you know, there's a combination of emotions with this. Yeah, it does give me something to do with my hands. Lefty mentioned. True. Let's go ahead, Ripple, delete this, by the way. And I do several different takes. Concept art? Yeah, this is what I sent. If you look at the thumbnail for episode 2, this is the art I drew that I sent the artist. Any chance we could see that later? Remind me when I'm on a Twitch stream when I have the camera on and I can show you it. It's just Lefty in front of the Breath Tabernacle. Will do. Yeah, I mean, it does still look kind of decent. I think usually the later the take, like the more takes I get of it, the better it turns out. So let's... Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'll be trying to climb Master Duel's competitive ladder using a deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, I'll be trying my hand at Archmage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. If you'd like to join along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel and play along with me. Just make sure to grab a snack, lean back, and have a nice, relaxing time. I don't know why this is making me laugh. I'm glad it is. So that was the first couple takes I did with the drawing pad, and then I decided to just put it down because I'm going to be standing in front of the thing anyway. And I also decided to project more. I couldn't tell if like what made Bob Ross better or like so iconic was the like kind of way he spoke or the fact that it was so authentic sounding. So I tried to do more takes where like instead of trying to emulate Bob Ross, I tried to do like the Hardleg version of that. Relaxing Master Duel, do not believe. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel. It's free to play, and you can play along with me. I believe that just about anyone has the ability to make it to Master 1. It's just a matter of practice and persistence. So grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time. Yeah, I think that one's quite a bit better. And we'll go right until I break the frame. There we go. Okay. So fortunately, this is going to be pretty simple. Let's just go ahead and delete the rest of those, because I think that was a really good take. You can see the rest of the footage trying to sneak in here. And then I had, what was it? Unfortunately, the Joy of Painting soundtrack. The song they use is licensed, but YouTube has a whole library of like copyright-free songs. A time-lapse drawing would fit on the canvas. I don't want to give away the time-lapse stuff that happens later. But yeah, I found some songs that I think fit kind of the mood. Very Joy of Painting sounding. This one's a little too classy, but I was like, oh, that's good anyway. This one's got kind of like an 80s vibe. This might be a little too relaxing. Okay, that's absolutely the joy of painting. A nice Spanish guitar. Oh yeah, and I picked up this one not because it would work for this, but because I'm like, ooh, that's something I could use in like a funny way at some point. Pick that up. The real question is, okay, so the intro so far is 45 seconds long. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start at a nice -15. Gotta have that lower than the audio. Well, hello there, everyone. Real quick, how long did I... How long do I hold that? Because I wanted to have, like, this idea of, like, we're fading into the intro of, like, a Joy of Painting style show. So it makes sense that, like, I would just sit here for a while. And actually, let's go ahead. Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. Okay, so we're gonna make a dot here, and around here I want it to be -20. We're gonna go a little bit lower, and then we're going to go over here, make a dot, and we're gonna go -5. We're gonna start louder. And then as soon as I come in, or right before I come in, just go ahead.
Hello there.
Well, hello there. I'm going to go down to -15. And then it'll slowly get more quiet.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patron. So grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time.
Look at that charming smile. It's a smile that anyone would love. Okay, let's delete that. Let's delete that. If you're curious, over here, I'm clicking this lock button. This allows me to, like, select everything, and it just won't move this. It's, like, locked in place. And then, again, we're going for that, like, kind of public access, very stripped down. So we're going to have, like, a dissolve that fades in. We should put a dissolve on the canvas as well.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Yeah, it's a pity. Well, maybe I can. 1 second.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Yeah. I think that gives it a little bit more of that authentic. If you could see me, like, messing around and trying to get everything to look right, and then it starts.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Although all these are messed up now. Delete all audio keyframes. Real quick, let's... Okay. I want it to come in right there. Shorten this just a little bit. Move it over.
Well, hello there.
Still not quite. Okay.
Well, hello there, everyone.
There we
I'm
go.
Hardleg.
I think you can hold shift, click on the keyframes, and drag them. Oh, can you? I thought with the audio ones, the problem is, like, if I try to drag a keyframe, right? Like, I have to keep it perfectly level because any up and down movement can change the volume as well.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling.
Okay. I think we do want to go down to like a -25 eventually. This is the -15. Here we're gonna start with 0 actually. -5, yeah. Okay. For more than 2 turns.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your...
Okay. Perfect, good, send it. I'm realizing that I might be a bit too big, but there's not a lot I can do with that. Because of the way I filmed it.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling.
let's see. So I believe the Joy of Painting had a thing. Where, like, the logo was on the screen.
If this is your first time,
It's... What will people do without the if and you didn't know? That it would be too loud. It would be too rambunctious. Okay, this is probably a good font. We just need to make it... Yeah, that's probably good. The Joy of Dueling. I haven't seen this program since I was in high school. Yep, I'm one of the few people that still uses it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have this dissolve in first.
well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Joy of Dueling.
And then we're going to have it slowly fade out. Seems like a good stream for cleaning, too. It's very chill, you know. Okay, see how that looks.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Joy of Dueling.
It does feel... One second. What does the Joy of Painting logo actually look like? Joy of Painting. It's much more cursive-y. Let's see if I can find a font that fits a little better, shall we? Maybe something like this. It's also... Does it have official color? White usually with a drop shadow. Okay, so what we want to do, no outline. The shadow is black. And we're going to have it there we go. That feels a lot more in the same vibe. Question is, do I just put it over my... No, it's probably here. About 3/4.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Joy of Dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage.
Okay. So here's where the actual magic happens. I need some Art Mage cards. Fortunately, I have a bunch of those saved for when I'm doing the stream announcements. Magic, you say? Yeah, although in this case, there's actually not a whole lot. See, usually I like doing these streams, because I get to show off my sick, like, animation skills. Not that they're, like, anything to write home about or whatever, but I've done a thing or two in the intros to the ladder climbs that look kind of fancy. Yeah, I think that's probably the most peaceful.
In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage.
Perfect. Printed. The Gold Pride intro, yeah. Okay. Let's lock that back into place. Let's move all these up 2 for now. And put this on a layer underneath me and lock me. The question is, can I... Yeah, I can unlock the height and width. Nope, that don't work, actually. Corner radius. Oh, that's just if I want to do that. Okay. Okay, we might have a little tricky thing. The Gold Pride was my favorite of the ladder climb intros. That was where they peaked. Yeah, that was where I spent, like, the most effort into it. The later ones, I realized I should just try to be faster because, as neat as they are, that's not why people come to the episodes. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is actually open up Photoshop, which I can't show you without having to do a whole bunch of other windows, but just trust me. Trust me, I am doing something important. Okay. So what I need to do is we're going to bring in... I need the Bob Ross intro that I already made. We trust, surely. And then I need the image, the Academy. Yeah, this thing has a lot. I feel like this is one of the cases where, like, if I had a more robust editing program, it would have the ability to do this. And who knows, like, there might be the ability to do this in the program, and I just don't know it. One of the problems with Filmora is that so few people use it that finding, like, a solid tutorial on how to do stuff is actually kind of difficult. Okay. But in Photoshop, it's not that hard to add a perspective or to change the perspective of an image. And I can rotate it slightly. There we go. And then we're going to try it like this. Acropolis painting. It's either a tutorial from 15 years ago or Adobe Premiere. Okay. So we're going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get the one I just made, which is in the... I have all my folders laid out. There's just a lot of them. There we go. I guess I could have added a filter to it to make it look like it was painted as well. But I feel like that might muddy it, especially with how small it is.
Decided to give me Art Mage. Decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos.
Yeah, now let's see here. We want a transition, and I mean, I could just like do one of these.
Decided to give me Art Mage.
Just have it fade in. However, with how little I'm doing, I wonder if there's a free one for like draw.
Decided to give me Art Mage. They've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of...
I mean, that looks kinda neat.
Decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck.
All the rest of them, if they got a little pink diamond in the corner, that means you gotta pay for those. At minimum, it's on brand, yeah.
To give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that... They've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful...
I think what's throwing me off is the perspective is a little off. Of the card, like you think the card needs to be edited a little bit, or is it just the fact that like I'm standing in front of the set in a weird way? I mean, I guess I could tilt this a little bit. Ever so slightly. Let's go into the fine controls. The card's probably as close as it can get to being flush with the surface projective-wise. The canvas is kind of raised. Yeah, that's how he does it. He wants it, like in the show, it's pointed towards him, but if I tilt it like this, it probably looks a little bit better with...
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg.
Although the problem is now you can see down here in this little corner, it's being cut off ever so slightly. And let's make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Line up the corners and just make the card slightly smaller. Did that work a little bit better?
Well, hello there.
Also, I'm realizing this logo's a bit too big.
Everyone, I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel. It's free to play, and you can play along with me. I believe that just about anyone has the ability to make it to Master 1, just a matter of practice and persistence. So grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time.
And then we just... we should have this fade out instead of just like ending abruptly. Okay.
Grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time.
There we go. And it's a little plain, and originally I was planning like basically use this canvas like I would with the other with like the intros in general, right? So it'd be like if I climb the Master Duel ladder, I was gonna put like the gold master logo up there. When I say you could download your own version, I was going to put like a picture of Steam on there. But honestly, with how calm everything is, I feel like flashing a bunch of images up on this board, it would be distracting, it would work against the mood I'm going for, and it would make it look not like a like this isn't a screen, it's a painting, right? Yeah, so it's one of those cases where, you know, is this my most dynamic intro? Have I put a lot of like complicated editing or anything into it? No, but maybe less is more in this case. A canvas texture? Yeah, I could try to do that at least. Let me real quick. First of all, let me see if I can... No, that's a terrible idea. Good thing you can't see that part. Yeah, I'm trying to like do the thing where you're like, what if you just line up the corners? But even Photoshop doesn't have the perfect way to do it, where it's like completely flush. It's gonna look a little weird regardless. But what I can do is, let's see, texture. Well, I clicked it. Usually they give me options about how I want to do it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we want a canvas texture. Make the scaling as high as possible. So we're going to do that, and I think what we want to do also is turn down the saturation, because this is like older footage, so the card shouldn't be as bright. And we actually kind of want it to be a little lower quality, a little fuzzier. So I'm going to try a blur, like a very, very fine blur. From 1080p to 144p. Yeah, it's having the problem of, like, it's a little bit more difficult to see, but that might be for the best. Okay, so let's try... First of all, let's go ahead, trim the transparent pixels. And we're gonna save it as Acropolis Painting 2. What? Oh, okay. Okay, let's toss this over in here. Electric Boogaloo? No, it's overdone. It needs to be the Legend of Curly's Gold. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the top layer just so we can match it up. It's beautiful. Okay.
My patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel. It's
Now, as cool as this transition is, I still don't think it quite fits. I want to see, is there a paint one specifically? Yeah, let me...
decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusion.
No, that don't quite work.
Give me Art Mage,
That was weird.
give me Art Mage.
Yeah, these aren't intended for, like, small pictures.
Decided to give me Art Mage. They've decided to give me Art Mage, decided to give me Art Mage, a happy...
Well, that might work if it's faster.
Give me Art Mage, a happy little...
Maybe. What's this one?
Decided to give me Art Mage, a... They've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy...
There we go. I just gotta get the timing right.
They've decided to give me Art Mage.
Perfect. And I do think we need a little sound effect to sell it. I wonder if they have any brush. Perfect.
They've decided to give me Art Mage.
And then what I'm gonna do...
They've decided to give me Art...
Get this frame by frame until it starts. And in this case, you want the sound effects to start just slightly before.
To give me Art Mage.
Ah, it's CB Radio. Give me one moment, chat. I'm gonna mute myself. Alright, sorry about that. Just CB Radio trying to figure things out. He's going to be joining us later tonight. In a few hours. Okay.
Decided to give me Art Mage.
Perfect. So just a little bit
Decided
of...
to give me Art Mage.
Just a little sound. Maybe we could turn this down just like 5 decibels.
Decided to give me Art Mage.
Just something to give a little, like, wish-wash sound. And is there anything else you can think of, chat, that we would need to add or that feels a little bit lacking?
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling.
Okay, that is one thing now that I'm realizing that I wave.
And I'd like to welcome you back. Well, hello.
Like, I do that, and I'm, like, way over here. So, I want to make sure when I'm waving that you can see my hand. However, I also don't want to be this in the middle of the screen the entire time. And I don't want a very noticeable movement. So what we're going to do is slowly over the course of everything, we're going to move me so I'm back over here. Very subtle animation, which again in this program you just do by like making a point where you want something, making a point where you want it to finish.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can pull up your own copy of Master Duel. It's free to play, and you can play along with me. I believe that just about anyone has the ability to make it to Master 1, just a matter of practice and persistence. So grab a snack, lean back, and let's have a nice, relaxing time.
Perfect. Cut. Print. There might be, I'm like, part of me is like, maybe I should like lower my own fidelity as well. Oh, I should real quick add a drop shadow to myself. Just a subtle one. That way I kind of like look like I'm standing in front of it. A VHS chunk click at the start.
Off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage.
Yeah, that looks... Whoop, I meant to pause it. But yeah, now my hand like overlays it a little bit. Yeah, maybe there's a filter here. Maybe that would be easier. VHS.
Well, hello there, everyone.
I don't think we want that one.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hard...
That's like a really old movie. No, they don't have much of anything.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hard...
That one makes me look kind of green.
Well, hello there, everyone.
I'm blue for an amazing reason. Birthday vlog?
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hard...
It's a bit extreme, but... lower the opacity just a bit.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling.
Yeah, I think that actually is just that slight little bit of touch that makes it look like an old TV.
If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen by my patrons. In today's episode, they've decided to give me Art Mage, a happy little deck of fusions and art
Hey, that's pretty good. I wonder if there's a VHS effect.
students that just has some wonderful combos. Now, if you'd like to try along at home, you can. Students
So maybe
that
just
just
at
has
the very
some.
beginning.
Well, hello there, everyone.
And let's go ahead and add a dissolve here. So it fades out just a little like...
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling.
Okay, and for this, can we get a little bit of a static maybe? Not like that. No. There we go. Make it really subtle, like -20.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe.
And then we just have it start to fade out like immediately.
Well, hello.
And I think we just have it start. Try it like this.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Maybe we can go a little bit louder.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder using an off-meta deck chosen.
I think what I might want to do too, because I'm just a little bright as well, and it doesn't work as well. Color. Let's turn our saturation down just a bit.
Well, hello there, everyone. I'm Hardleg Joe, and I'd like to welcome you back to the joy of dueling. If this is your first time here, I'm going to be trying to climb the Master Duel competitive ladder.
There we go. I was literally typing exactly what you did. Temperature, just make it a little bluer, a little more chill. All right, I think that's pretty good. And we've been live for almost exactly an hour. So I think that's a good warm-up for the Patreon hangout. It's going to be like another hour or so before CB Radio gets here, but we have enough time to do something else. He's not really good at like broken picture phone, so we could probably try to do that or get in a little like blasphemous before he gets here. Although he was here for the other blasphemous streams. So if we do that, like maybe that might be a good way to round things out. We were mostly going to play Jackbox once he gets here. So you can look forward to that. That will be posted on YouTube as well. So we'll, what was it? I'm going to have a little poll to see what we do while we wait for him. And then we'll, once he gets here, obviously, we'll go to that. If we do Broken Picture Phone, it probably won't be posted on YouTube. So, you know, just another reason. If you want to join in on the Patreon Hangouts, play some party games with me and CB. Bard Breaker might show up as well. Old heads will know who he is. You consider joining the Patreon. There should be a link in the description. Just $2 gets you on. We have one of these every month. It's a fun time. For now, though, I am going to get going. I will see you all later, and if not, I hope you have a lovely day. Are you going for the static to be cut out by the time you're talking? Yeah. I just wanted it at the very beginning while the static video is, like, on there.
Well, hello there, everyone.
Like, I don't want to keep it the whole time because I feel like that would be kind of annoying. Even if it would be authentic to have a little bit of, like, camera noise. Because watching the first couple seasons of Joy of Painting, you could definitely just hear, like, a static hum. But anyway, I will return. Have a good one.